Hello and welcome back to the patio. We have probably 2 or 3 minutes before class gets started. See, I might be good without the hat for a little while, but we'll keep it nearby. Oh. So I hope you all had lovely days and that you're getting all set up and your mat rolled out for class, maybe turning on some music or getting a nice cup of tea. The studio is currently also the home office and Rap Central and several other hyphens. So we have relocated back to the patio for the time being. We'll be back in the studio in the home studio in a couple of weeks, not in the physical studio anymore. Nice and toasty. So probably another minute. Nice time to start coming onto the mat and just getting settled in. Kind of letting the day go as you prepare for your practice. I like to start checking in this before time. Kind of starting to make that divide between the day and the practice. We're going to start in a comfy seated spot today, whatever that looks like for you. So you can go ahead and start heading there. All right, so when you find your comfortable seated posture, that might be legs crossed, it might be one in front of the other, maybe the legs are out. Find what works for you today. Really get the sit bones connected down. Feel that grounding as you start to let the legs settle. Find a spot for the arms, somewhere they can rest. That might be on the legs. Maybe it's hands together at heart center. Lift the crown of the head ever so slightly. Working on our posture a bit here as we relax the shoulders. We'll take a few rounds of breath here. Just start to build the awareness of your breath, noticing if it's really shallow today, or if you're able to take in nice full rounds. Allow the breath to move through the body. Breathing in through the nose. Here at the start, if you want to breathe out through the mouth, kind of releasing part of the day, I welcome you to do so. Or you can breathe in and out of the nose, whichever feels best for you right now. Feel the expansion of the body with each inhale, and that release that comes with each exhale. Really coming into this present moment, following the breath, allowing it to take us out of our day and onto the mat. We'll draw the hands together at our heart, covering the heart, feeling that warmth. Close the eyes, maybe just soften the gaze for a moment as you turn in, letting the thoughts center here, seeing how you're feeling today. Offer yourself space for whatever bubbles up. Keep the breath steady. And if you'd like to set an intention for class, I welcome you to do so. Something that you're working to cultivate here on the mat and that you can take with you out into the world. start to open the eyes. Release the hands to the legs. And we'll start to create little circles with the shoulders. You can start forward or backward, whichever works for you. Nice little circles to start. Make the circles a little larger. Draw the shoulders up toward the ears a bit more. Keep the breath steady. And then relax the shoulders down. Nice breath in. Nice breath out. Reverse direction. Create those little circles to start. If you went forward to start, go backward this time, or vice versa. Keep some ease in the shoulders as you make these movements a little larger. And settle the shoulders. Relax the arms. Breath in, breath out. We'll take the hands around behind us. Interlace the fingers if you can. Draw the knuckles down ever so slightly as you squeeze the shoulder blades together. Nice open chest. Release the hands as you swim the arms around forward. Give yourself a big hug. Feel that spaciousness between the shoulder blades. We'll take the arms out nice and wide to a T at our sides and reverse that hug. Opposite arm goes on top. Focus on the shoulders here. Relax them down. Take the arms nice and wide. Inhale them up, reach toward the sky. Maybe draw the gaze up a little bit. Feel that lift of the heart. We'll release the hands down to the mat. Give the shoulders a little shake if you need to. We'll bring the hands forward and gently walk them away. A little fold. Keep the sit bones connected to the mat. And you can lower down as far as your body wants to go today. That may be really upright, or maybe you're folded down, head touching the mat. Really connect with what works for you here today. Walk the hands back in, sitting up. And we'll transition over to our tabletop. Hips over knees, shoulders over wrists, fingers spread nice and wide, a solid base. As we begin our cat-cows, inhale to drop the belly. Exhale to arch the back. Inhale, lower, draw the gaze up. Exhale as you round, draw the gaze in. Continue these cat-cows at your own breath pace for a few rounds. Mindful to connect movement and breath here. One more full round before meeting at our neutral spine. Step the right toes back, press out through the heel. Feel a nice stretch through the calf. Draw the navel into the spine. And then lift the right leg. Step a little close. Toes are dialed down toward the mat. Spine is long. Lower the right leg. Reset. And then step the left toes back. That nice stretch through the back of the left leg. Connecting with the foot. Scanning all the way up to the hip. Set your foundation as you lift the left foot. See if you can keep the hips relatively square to the mat. And then lower the left leg. Nice neutral start. We'll fly the right foot. Back is strong as we draw the left arm up. See if you can get the bicep near the ear. Balanced tabletop. On an exhale, lower hand and knee. Find your foundation. Fly the left foot. Press out through the heel. Strong arm as you lift the right arm up. Keep the breath steady. And on an exhale, lower hand and knee. Coming back to our start. We'll take the hands forward, a handprint. Curl the toes. Draw the hips up and back. Nice down dog. Press the heart back. Lift the hips high. Maybe take a generous bend at the knees if the hamstrings are feeling tight tonight. On an inhale, look toward the hands. Exhale as you bring the feet forward. Find your forward fold. Head hangs heavy. Weight is in the front half of each foot. Shake the head a little yes and no. And then find stillness. If the hands are reaching toward the earth, see if you can grab opposite elbows to hang in ragdoll. And we'll invite in a little sway. Keep the knees soft here. Moving gently from left to right and back. Relax the upper body. Gentle sway. We'll find stillness. Release the hands. Bend the knees. Press into all four corners of the feet. And gently roll it up. Coming to standing. Our strong Tadasana. That nice mountain pose. We'll relax the shoulders down. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, heart center. Nice big inhale. We'll meet with the arms overhead. Interlace the fingers and gently tick-tock left and right. Good start to press the hips out a bit here, deepening that stretch as you gently shift the weight from side to side. We'll meet at center. Keep the right hand lifted. Left hand goes to our hip as we reach up and over to the left side. Press the right hip out as you put the weight into the right foot. Tap the left toes out. See if you can come into your crescent moon. Inhale it back up. Lower the right arm. Reset. Inhale the arms up. Left stays lifted, right comes to the right hip. Take it over. Feel the length of the left side of the body as you shift the weight. Tap out the right toes, optional. Continue to breathe. Inhale back to center. Let the left arm come down. You can set the feet hip width distance apart or go toes together, heels together as we prepare for our chair pose. Lengthen the spine. Draw the hips down and back as you lift the arms. Nice generous bend at the knees. Most of the weight is sitting in our heels here. Keep the toes connected to the mat though. Nice balance. Strong legs. Draw the tailbone down. One more breath here. We'll drop the hands to the earth as you lift the hips, forward fold. Take a breath. Roll it up. Coming back to Tadasana. Reset. Inhale the arms up as you sit the hips back. Chair pose. If the feet are together, press the legs together using that strength to help you stay strong and stable. On an exhale, hands to earth, hips to sky. Take a breath. Roll it up. Take a breath at the top. Inhale, chair pose. Last time here. Keep the core strong. Whole body is engaged. On an exhale, hands down, hips up. Gently roll it up. Come to standing. We'll keep the right foot forward, drop the left foot back about 2 to 3 feet. Feet are on skis, toes mostly forward. Hands to hips. Lead with the heart as you gently hinge it forward. A nice pyramid pose. You should feel a nice stretch through the back of the right leg. Spine is nice and long here. Generous bend in the right knee as we press up and drop the left foot back farther. Plant it at about a 45. Generous bend in that right knee. Keep the knee in alignment with the toes. Hips are squarish to the front of the mat. We'll inhale the arms up. Warrior one. Palms face one another. Nice space between the hands. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. We'll drop the elbows down and back ever so slightly. Cactus arms. Feel a nice stretch through the chest. Arms come back up. And as we open the arms out, we'll rotate the body and the back foot, coming into our warrior two. So you could drop the hands here for a moment as you set the feet. Back foot's at 90. Still have that generous bend in our front knee. You may need to distance your feet a bit more. And when you feel stable, we'll draw the arms back up. Shoulder height, right hand forward, left hand back. Nice open heart here. Lower the right forearm as you lift the left arm up and over. Keep the hips sitting nice and low here. Rotate back up. Take a breath. Drop the back hand, rotate the front palm, exalted warrior. Coming back to warrior two. Lower the arms, straighten the front leg. Turn the toes, nice wide angle stance. We'll take hands to hips, lengthen the spine, lead with the heart, hinge it forward. Keep that flat back as long as you can. And when you can't keep it anymore, release the hands down, coming into your wide angle forward fold. Check in with the breath. Start to engage the core as you come up to half lift and come all the way up to standing. Take a breath. Heel toe the feet together. Nice, safe way to come out of the pose. We'll take the left foot forward, right foot back. Same little series, opposite side. Both feet are firmly planted down. Lengthen the spine, take it forward. As you come into your pyramid, notice if the hips shift significantly, and if they do, gently square them back up as best you can. Checking in with the left leg. Really being aware of how it feels in this shape. Honoring the body by only going as far as it wants to today. We'll take a generous bend in that left knee as we press it up. Drop the right foot back. Find that bend in the left knee. Setting up for our warrior one. We'll inhale the arms up. Keep the hips sitting nice and low here. If having the back foot at 45 isn't speaking to you today, you could always be on the ball of that foot as well, taking more of a runner's lunge here for our warrior one. Find that open heart, cactus arms. Elbows are about shoulder height, drawn back ever so slightly. Keep the body centered between the legs as you draw the arms up and open to warrior two. And again, you can drop the arms here, reset as needed, adjusting your stance. As we come into our warrior two, the left leg has a tendency to want to fall in. We want to draw it open. Keep the knee in alignment with the toes. Set the arms. Keep the shoulders nice and soft here. The arms don't have to be straight. You can keep a bend at the elbows. Finding what works for you today. Lower the left forearm. Reach the right arm up and over. Feel the breath. Inhale back to warrior two. Take a breath. Drop the back hand. Rotate and lift the left palm. Warrior two. Lower the arms, straighten the front leg, turn the toes. Nice wide angle stance. We'll take the hands around behind the back. Draw the knuckles down just as we did at the beginning of our practice. And start to lean forward, our wide angle forward fold with a nice shoulder stretch. If at any point your shoulders say, no thank you, you can simply release the hands, bring them back to the earth. You're keeping the hands clasped. Maybe they lift off your back a little bit. Really check in with the shoulders here though. If you're still clasping hands, we'll release them down. Take a breath. And start to lengthen the spine. We're not going to lift all the way. See if you can plant the right hand on the mat. If you have a book or something nearby or a block, that might be great here. We'll take the left hand up. And you can take a generous bend in that right knee, inviting in a little twist for the body. Exhale as you lower the left hand down. Swap it out. The left hand plants in the center. Right arm draws up. Again, generous bend in the left knee, helping the body find this twist. Exhale as you lower the right hand. We'll start to walk the hands to the left as we bend that knee. You can keep the right foot planted on the mat, or you could rotate onto a heel. That changes up the stretch a little bit. Keep the hands rooted. Our nice support here. And then lift the hips, walk the hands, shifting sides. Generous bend in the right knee. Nice stretch through the inner left thigh. Shift the hips back to center. Engage the core as you lift all the way back to standing. Take a breath. Heel toe the feet together. A nice way to safely dismount. We'll set the right foot forward. Left foot's going to drop back to a 90 degrees. So we're resetting for our warrior two. Arms lift. Take a breath. Lower the right arm, lift the left. Left fingers are going to the sky. Right arm can rest on the thigh, or you could open it up. Reach the right fingers toward the earth. Strong legs. Inhale, back up. Straighten the front leg, heel toe the back foot in a bit. We want about one leg length of distance between the feet. Arms go up. Reach the right arm forward as you shift the left hip back. Palms face the sidewall. And like a windmill, tilt over. Right hand to shin or thigh. The left hand reaching to the sky. The gaze can go up at the extended hand, stay somewhere in the middle, or even down at the mat. Just find what feels safest for your neck. I like to look up toward the left hand because I find that helps me rotate through the ribs here. Inhale, back up, lower the arms. We're going to head to a balance pose. So if there's a wall in front of you, that might be great, or if you need to reset and find one. Find a generous bend in the right knee. Start to come onto the toes of the left foot. Start to lift the left foot up, and maybe you just play here. Maybe that left foot lifts and you stack the hips a bit. If you have a block handy down at the earth, that could be handy. You want to touch that wall in front of you or a chair. Playing here. both legs nice and strong. If you're flying the left leg, press out through the heel. One more breath. Bend the right knee as you lower the left foot. Come back to our nice standing posture. So now you know where we're headed on the other side. Left foot forward, right foot back. Our nice warrior two stance. Find that generous bend. Lift the arms. Gazing forward. Lower the left forearm, reach the right arm up. Check in with the breath. And again, you have those options here of opening the left hand, really using a lot of core strength. Nice way to tap into that heat and power in preparation for our balance. Rise back to our warrior two. Straighten the front leg, heel toe that back foot in. Palms are down, facing the earth. Arms lifted. Reach it forward. Shift the hip. Windmill it over. Check in with the right hip. The back of the left leg. Inhale it up. Lower the arms. Prepping for our balance. So again, if you need to reset, find that wall, that chair. We'll find our starting spot. Generous bend in the left knee. Keep the knee in alignment with the toes. Start to shift the weight as you fly the right leg. And maybe you just tap the toes down, playing here a bit. Keeping the heart as open to the side wall as you can. And then gently starting to fly that leg. Really connect down to your foundation and that supporting leg. Use your drishti. Coming in and out as you need. Notice all of the supporting muscles that you're activating here. We'll take one more breath here. Start to bend to the left knee, lower the right foot. Hopefully you came out of that more gracefully than I did as we return to our nice Tadasana. We'll come to the front of the mat for Sun A. We'll take it nice and slow the first time around. Mountain pose. Inhale the arms up. Feel the length of the side body. Exhale as you forward fold. Let the head hang here. Taking a breath. Engage the core as you come to half lift. That nice flat back. Exhale as you fold. Take a breath. Plant the hands, step one foot back, and then the other. Strong plank. You can lower to the knees. Keep the elbows tight to the body as you come through chaturanga to the belly. Uncurl the toes. Inhale up, baby cobra. Or if your back's up for it, you can go higher. Exhale as you release down. Curl the toes, press the hips up and back. Down dog. Heels are reaching toward the earth. They don't have to touch it though. Keep the fingers spread. A nice foundation as you lift out of the wrist. Inhale as you look toward the hands. Exhale as you walk the feet forward, forward, forward. Engage the core as you come to half lift. Long spine. Exhale as you release down. On an inhale, scoop the arms as you reach toward the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take a breath. We'll move through our Sane again to our breath pace. So if yours is a little faster or slower than mine, be on your own journey. Find Tadasana. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to half lift. Exhale, release. Plant the hands, step it back. Lower down. Use the triceps. Inhale to cobra. Exhale, release. Find your down dog. Few rounds of breath here. Keep the breath steady. On an inhale, look toward the hands. Exhale the feet forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take a breath. We'll use a vinyasa to help us journey down to the mat. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale to half lift. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands, step it back. Lower down. Inhale up. Exhale, down dog. Take a breath. Allow a little wave to move through the body as you shift the hips forward. Come back to your plank. Lower to the belly. Plant the chin in the mat. We'll draw the right heel toward the glutes. And maybe you stay right there, letting the weight of the leg find the stretch. Or you could reach back with the right hand and find a little hold on that foot. Check in with the shoulder to see how it feels. And you could hold the inner arch or the outer blade of the foot. On an exhale, gently release. Lower the right foot down. Bring the left heel in. If you'd like, reach back, find that hold. Check in with the front of the left leg. See how the quad is feeling, that connection into the hip. Conscious of our knee. We'll hold on to the left foot as we draw the right heel in. See if you can reach back and find that hold. We're heading to downward boat. But if you'd like to stay right here, this might be all that your body wants today. If you'd like to find that little lift, start to press the feet into the hands as you lift the chin and the chest, the thighs off of the mat, gazing forward. Nice arch in the back. We'll take one more breath here. Gently release. Lower everything to the mat. Let go of the feet. Settle them down. You can shake the hips a little here. We'll bring hands under shoulders. Press back hips to heels, child's pose. Belly can rest on the thighs, or you can take the knees nice and wide, letting the belly melt toward the earth a bit more. Find some ease for the arms. Few rounds of breath here. Maybe reconnect with that intention that you set for class. We'll walk the hands in as we lift up. Rotate onto a hip and take the legs forward. Both feet are reaching out in front of us. We'll sit up nice and tall. Walk the hands forward, coming into your Paschimottanasana. You can hold on to the feet, the ankles, or the mat here. Maybe even keep a little bend at the knees. Try to keep the spine nice and long. Feel the breath. Inhale as you lift up. We'll draw the right foot in and let that knee fall open. Connect the sit bones down. Right foot touches the extended left leg. Turn the torso and gently walk the hands away. Coming into our janu, our nice single-legged forward fold. Gently draw the gaze down to the extended leg. Use the breath to help you loosen the hips. Finding a little ease in the posture. Relaxing deeper into this shape. On an inhale, we'll lift up. Help the right knee up and swap the legs. Right leg long, left leg tucks in. Set the hips, lengthen the spine. Gently fold it down. And again, you have a variety of holds you could do here. Gently easing into the shape. Take this opportunity to scan the back of the right leg, moving from the heel to the calf, past the knee, into the hamstring and the hip, and feel that connection all the way into your back. Mindful of how the body feels in this shape, honoring it with any little adjustments that are needed, maybe a bent knee, maybe a little lift up. One more breath here. Draw the right foot in, soles of the feet touching each other if that works for you, creating a little diamond with the legs, or a nice bound angle. Take a breath here. And then if you like, lead with the heart as you lean forward, deepening that stretch through the hips. You can hold on to feet or ankles here. Elbows can be out on the legs or tucked in. Draw awareness to the hips. On an inhale, lift up. We'll see if we can leave the legs here as we start to walk the hands behind us, gently lowering onto our forearms and elbows, and eventually settling on our back, coming into our supine bound angle, letting the legs relax, the weight of them deepening the stretch. Notice if you're holding tension in the glutes or the low back, and if you are, see if you can gently release. Softening into this shape. Spine is nice and long. Two more breaths here. Bring the hands to the outer thighs as we gently help the legs up. Let the knees rest against one another as you heel toe the feet to the outer edges of the mat. A nice little counter posture for that deep hip opener. Gently heel toe the feet back together. Draw the right knee into the chest. And maybe you stay right here. If you'd like to deepen this half wind relieving pose, we'll extend the left leg long on the mat. Gently relax into the pose. Feel the belly press into the thigh. Keep the head and the shoulders on the mat. We'll give this knee a little squeeze. And then release. Sole of the foot back to the mat. Slide the left heel in. Take a breath. Draw the left knee into the chest. Take a breath here, checking in with the hips, and then extending the right leg if that speaks to you today. You can draw the left leg in as close to the body as you want. Keep a little ease in the arms. Focus on the breath. Give the knee a little squeeze. Sole of the left foot returns to the mat. Draw the right foot in. Both feet on the mat. Draw both knees to the chest. Full body hug. Taking just a moment here. We'll hold on to each knee with its respective hand. Start to draw little circles, taking the knees out and away from one another and then gently back together. Notice the little massage between the low back and the mat. When you're ready, reverse direction, drawing those circles the other way. Nice and steady. Stillness at center. Take the legs up to about 90, and with the left hand, draw the legs across the body as you come into a supine twist. Right hip stacked on left, heart open to the sky. Let the legs rest on one another. Into the pose. Continue to breathe. We'll drop the gaze to the right. On an inhale, start to rotate back to center. Reset the legs to that 90 and then guide them to the opposite side, shifting the hips as needed. The heels can be tucked in as close to the body or as far away as you want. The legs might even be fairly straight here. Find a little ease in the hips and the low back. Let the shoulders draw toward the mat, though they may not touch it. The breath helps us create space here. Gently drop the gaze to the left. Keep the shoulders easy. And then when you're ready, start to rotate back to center. Set the spine nice and long as we send the legs out, coming into our Shavasana, our final posture of the class. If there are any last shapes that your body is asking for today, feel free to incorporate them now. Maybe a little legs up the wall, maybe a happy baby. Checking in as you settle down. Keep the breath steady. If you're taking a different shape, start to find your way down to Shavasana. Let the mat support you. Sinking deeper into the shape. Relax the feet as you loosen the ankles. Let the legs rest heavy. Settle the hips. the low back. Hands are soft. Arms at ease. Shoulders melt toward the mat as you rest the back and allow the breath to return to its natural rhythm. Feel the gentle rise and fall of the belly. Body is still as you release tension from the neck and the jaw. Maybe close the eyes as you unfurrow the brow. Soften the face as you dive deeper into your Shavasana. Quiet the mind. Let the thoughts just pass you by. Find this moment of peace for your whole being. Take the next few moments in silence for ourselves. I'll hold the space and let you know when it's time to come up. And start to invite back in gentle movements. Maybe a curl of the toes or the fingers. Gently send energy back out into the limbs as you grow these movements a little larger. Reawakening the body. Deepening the breath. And then when you're ready, if you'd like, you can draw both knees back to the chest. Find that full body hug once more. Maybe you stay right here. Or maybe you rotate over to a favorite side, stacking the hips, resting the head. Wherever you're at, take this opportunity to thank the body for all that it has done for you today and all that it does for you every day. Offer its support as you gently lift up, letting the light back in as you find that comfortable seated spot. Bring hands together at heart center, sealing in our practice. I encourage you to take kind thoughts, kind words, and kind intentions with you from now until we meet again. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Namaste. Thanks for joining me for our practice this evening. I hope it warmed your heart a little bit. And I will see you back on the mat next Monday evening. Bye everyone. Have a great week.